Good afternoon, beautiful people of the internet. My name is Cody. Welcome to the channel. Today is actually going to be the start of a video that I'll be kind of making all week. It's max out week, test out week, meaning that we're going to find some heavy single, front squat, back squat, clean and jerk, snatch, as well as kind of starting a pull-up program. So working through a 1RM weighted strict pull-up, as well as we're finding and establishing kind of a 1RM max set of pull-ups. This will kind of be the start getting into some team training stuff, being able to work through kind of a weightlifting cycle. I tried doing this cycle about a month ago, or about a month and a half ago, using my old numbers, and it just didn't work. I'm not quite as strong as I used to be, kind of coming off of a weightlifting cycle and using those numbers, kind of focusing more on the CrossFit conditioning and things that way. So kind of reestablishing some quote unquote 1RMs to kind of help at the beginning of the cycle, as well as just kind of coming off of not training as much, dealing with COVID-19, so on and so forth. So today, very, very exciting. We're gonna find front squat and back squat today. I'll take you along for the ride. What is going on, everybody? We are back. It is day number 2 of Max Out Week. It is currently Thursday. We squatted on Tuesday. They were what they were. Again, I didn't come into this week with any sort of expectation. Everything was brought in knowing that numbers are gonna be much lower than what they've ever been, with me being 40 pounds under my my best ever 1RM front squat, and about 65 pounds under my best ever 1RM back squat. Still coming off a little bit of a hip, still not squatting for like the past month. I'll take it, right? Again, today is just to find numbers to use for the cycle, and then at the end of the 8 weeks, at the end of the 12 weeks, hoping that, right, we build upon those numbers and get some bigger lifts. Today's a little bit bigger of a day. We have 1RM snatch, we have 1RM clean and jerk. I literally have no idea how those are gonna go. I haven't snatched in what feels like 3 months. I haven't really clean and jerked in a really, really long time. So again, just getting some numbers out there, seeing how things feel, moving from there, but then also working through that pull-up program. So today I'm gonna test my 1 rep max set of strict pull-ups, as well as a 1 rep max weighted strict pull-up, and see how both of those go. I did not, or I forgot to weigh myself this morning to actually kind of use that as a true weight. I plan on gaining some weight, or at least that's the goal, within the next couple of weeks as well, or I guess the next couple of months, right? Because weight gaining, weight losing does take a little bit of time. So if I would have weighed myself, I would more compare like total weight move for my 1RM strict pull-up, and then total weight moved at the end. So say if I have an additional 100 pounds both this week and then again in 8 weeks, but I gained another 7 pounds, I'll take it, right? So it's being able to work that way. So I should have weighed myself, I didn't, that's my own fault. But again, at the end of the day, we're just looking to use and create more of a pull-up program and establishing the baseline of 1 set of strict pull-ups, 1RM weighted strict pull-ups. So I'm gonna spend some time, I'm gonna start warming up. We'll start snatches first, clean and jerk second, and then we'll head into the rig and work through some pull-up stuff. Snatches are done. Not thrilled about the ending weight, ended at 195. Again, about 40 pounds under a lifetime PR, which again, coming in, didn't have any expectations, didn't have any idea where I was going to be, but again, still frustrating, right? And I think that just comes from always knowing previous PRs, being competitive with myself and things like that. No matter what number I would have hit today, I probably would not have been satisfied with anything. And that's just kind of how it goes, especially going through testing, new testing, and things that way. but also realizing like how heavy 195 felt, right? I missed it the first time. I usually don't ever attempt a quote unquote 1RM or PR or max a second. I usually don't ever give it a second attempt. So just kind of mentally being able to check out, take a breath, and then come back in and hit it on the second attempt, that in itself made me feel good about how that snatch session went. Again, we still have to clean today, we still have pull-ups to do, so there's nothing I can do about it now, right? That is just where my snatch is at. Realistically, nothing after 135 felt comfortable, just because I haven't snatched in so long. The bar itself felt like the path wasn't great, everything felt wonky. Legs felt okay pulling from the ground, but anytime trying to receive that barbell, it just felt off, right? And that's just kind of how it goes. That's why I'm excited to have a number, so now nothing when I get into that cycle is gonna be too heavy, so I can really start building that technique, getting comfortable under the bar and working through that snatch. And that's why I think it was a great idea to retest and not use old numbers, obviously, right? If I would have used 240 for this cycle, I would have got smoked by week 2 because everything would have been way too heavy. So it's nice to have that done now. It's nice to work through that. But now we're gonna get set up for some cleans. We're gonna jerk it. We're gonna see how it goes.
You're right there. You want the opposite way.
Good morning, everybody. It is currently Friday morning. We are currently in the little makeshift garage gym here. The last thing I do want to test this week, and then at the end of this 8 weeks going along with the lifting, is going to be my mobility. This is something that I've struggled to work on. It's something where this has caused, right, lingering hip things, lingering shoulder things, everything under the sun, because I'm not taking the time to take care of myself, working through things and getting better at, again, another specific movement throughout mobility, just as getting better at lifting, conditioning, all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to use GoWOD as kind of my pre and post test, and then use GoWOD throughout these next 8 weeks. Hopefully, right, the plan is that I'm going to use it every single day. I'm not going to be non-truthful and lie to you guys and say that I plan on using it every single day at this time, blah, blah, because again, right, we get lazy, we forget about it, we don't do it as often as we should. So my goal is to do it as many times as I can throughout these weeks coming up, working this weightlifting cycle and trying to have a pre-score and a post-score. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start getting into the different tests and different movements that they have us use for testing, and I'll kind of go along with that and show you guys what that looks like. And then at the end, I will show you guys my score. I don't expect it to be very good. My goal is to be a score of above 50% for those who have used GoWOD. Again, not great through ankles, shoulders, posterior chain, things that way. So that's the plan. We're gonna get stretched out a little bit. We're gonna test some things and then kind of talk about what the next 8 weeks entail. Yeah. And that's about all I got in that shoulder before it comes off the ground. Oh, that stinks. About the same. 30. Place head lower, back against the wall. Keep shoulders and elbows against the wall. That's pretty good. I'm skipping the wall squats because out of the options listed, I already know that I'm going to be more than 6 inches away from the wall. So we already know where we're at. The Lotus. What in the world? On the floor. Oh, I can't even do that. Okay. Can't do it. Position 1, impossible. Back, grab one knee with both hands, put to the chest. Stop just before your other knee begins to leave the ground. Right there. Okay. Right there. Right internal rotation. That's okay. That left internal rotation is not good. Good thing they don't disbalance. Fingertips on the ground. So, mobility is done. Not great, right? So, looking at it, 39%. So the last time that I did this was June 15th. That's the last time I tested. So since June 15th, I've done little mobility. I have gone down in percentages a lot in everything. So again, we have a starting point. So 39%, not great, that's failing. But again, we have a number. So now going in, we have all these different things to look at for the next 8 weeks. These are the things we're gonna focus on. Obviously the big one being that strength cycle. So I wrote down all these numbers and I wrote down everything that we're gonna use. We'll use these numbers for back squat, front squat, clean and jerk, snatch. Again, not like pleased with these numbers, but I know where I'm at. You know, if you don't strength train, it's your own fault, and this is kind of what happens to those numbers. Strict pull-ups, we got 16. Weighted pull-up, we got plus 90 pounds. I did weigh myself this morning to be 199 pounds. So let's go ahead and write that as well. Body weight, 199. Cool. I'll put kilos and things like that in numbers during the test stuff. I think 199 pounds is about 98 kilos-ish. Right, because 2.2, whatever. But this is the starting point. This is now the beginning of these next 8 weeks. I'm actually really excited for it. I've been excited for a training plan in a really long time, just because obviously if I was excited to train, I wouldn't have lost all this strength. I wouldn't have lost all this mobility, wouldn't have lost all this conditioning, so on and so forth. But that is where I'm gonna call it. It's been a good week. It's been a good week. It's been a very, very humbling week to see where we're at, to see where we can improve mobility, strength, power, I mean, everything in general. So I'm excited for it. Hope to take you guys along for the ride. And until next time in that first day of strength training, I'll see you guys later. Peace.